Hello everyone. I'm excited to actually share with you some very simple yet powerful reverse engineering technique which I was using few years ago when I was doing Microsoft bug bounties, and I found it really useful, so I just pushed some sources on a GitHub and will be presenting the tool for you right now. So what is it? It is actually a function call tracer. It outputs you a graph of every function called in the binary, and it gets the information of the function names from Microsoft PDB files. Yeah, simple files. So let's get into it. First of all, what is DBI? DBI stands for Dynamic Binary Instrumentation, and DynamoRia is prominent example of it. So we will be writing, or it's already written on the GitHub, a DynamoRia tool, which is instrumenting every single call uh, in particular binary, and it outputs you the logs when function was entered and exited. Uh, so DBI actually is very cool thing because it allows you to rewrite every single assembly instruction in binary on the fly. Okay, so what exactly we are going to do? Let's say you want to fuzz Windows command line tool. You know that for sure that command line is able to read instructions from the file, and you want to understand what exactly going on inside the cmd exe, which functions are called there, which functions may be related to parsing, and maybe you can call functions directly. It will be not straightforward because it's exe file, not DLL, but whatever. The goal is just to understand more deeply what's going on inside the binary. And for sure you have symbols for it, so it's already much easier. Usually the traditional approach would be to run disassembler like IDA, load the symbols and start looking around. But the binary can be big, it can call other libraries, so it is somewhat not very fast approach. Other approach would be to place a breakpoint on the entry point and see what it is doing there. So we will be doing it completely other way, and we'll be using the tool I'm presenting to you. So first of all, the expected output of this tool is on the slide. So on the left side, you see fragment of the logs from cmd exe, and you see function calls. So you see but loop function, which is probably related to reading cmd or but file line by line and parse the input. So you have parser, you have some lexers, then you have read buff from file, which is responsible from reading information from the file, I think. So I didn't look in IDA, so just um, output, which I'm trying to explain to you. Then you have something like parse s, binary operator, and other stuff. So a lot of useful information already. So time for a live demo. In order to do that, you just click on the link to the GitHub. So you can see here is DynamoRia tool. If you can go to src, then there's symlogger cpp file. Yeah, but also in the readme files there is a link to GUI launcher. So we are not going to even open the console and type anything because we have a GUI launcher for that. It's written in Rust. You can download it here in the releases. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. And yeah, your browser probably is going to block it. The binary is not signed, but you always have an option to build it yourself from the sources. Just run cargo cargo build or cargo run, and it will get this binary. So let's extract it here. So there are two files. First file is exe itself and another is cmdbot. Let's open cmdbot because it is a good showcase of what we're doing. So that script is actually echoing some hello message, then it asks you to input some string, then it say that it basically outputs back what you have typed. There is a pause then, and there is exit 1, 2, 3, just to set the exit process code. Okay, so let's run the exe file. First of all, you need the Dynamo.io itself. You can download it on the internet. The version used here is 9.01, but you can just click this button and it will download it for you using the hard-coded link. So the second line is Dynamo.io toolpath. So it's the tool built on the GitHub as well. You can download it here in the other repo under the releases, but it is also hard-coded in GUI launcher. So you just click download and select a folder. Okay, Dynamo.io is just downloaded, should be good to go. The next parameter is command line. So it's just a command line which you are executing. So in our case is cmdexe /c cmdbot. Cmdbot I just showed you. Next thing is instrumentation module. So it's cmdexe. Then we have two options. The first option is instrumentation mode called exec. In this mode, every function execution will be logged, and in the second mode, only the first time when the function executed will be logged. So it is helpful actually if you just explore new features of the binary and you're not interested in repeating functions, so just select this one. It is also helpful if the output is really huge, because it can get really huge, as you may expect. Next optional parameter is substring to match, so you can filter output by substring, and you can redirect output to some log file. It is useful when console application is outputting some information by itself, and combining that information with function logs really helps you to easier navigate through the log. So then there is a command line. You can just copy paste it into your console. You can dry run it with console debugger. It will make sure that the symbols are loaded, because symbols are crucial part here. So you need to properly configure it in the symbol path environment variable. So let's actually click on it. So when you run something, the GUI will hang. It is by design, because I'm calling the process in that GUI rendering thread. So you should see something like this. You see the symbol's name for cmdexe. If you don't see it, please go fix your command line. Go fix your environment variables, sorry. Okay, I think we're good to go. Just press run. It will take a second, or did I? Okay, I didn't click it. So it will take a second or two to run the binary in instrumentation mode. Okay, so we redirected the output, so we cannot see anything anymore on the console, but it expects us to type something, because we need to provide some information there. And then we press enter, and then it's paused, as you may remember, and then we need to click another enter to close it. So you see the exit code 1, 2, 3 is expected result from the script. So we should be good to go. We can now check the log itself. All right. So here is the log. You can see everything is starting with main CRT startup. which is expected. You can just scroll down, see what's going on, some environment variables checked. We can actually search for echo, I think. Echo. Okay, so we see in the log, hello, what's your name? And you see it's wrapped into my write file function, which is called by cmd put chars function. And yeah, it's already a good finding, I think, because we located the function which prints characters actually. We can scroll down to see other stuff. Okay, here you are. That's what we saw, I think, on the screenshot. So there is parse s functions, parses 0, parses 1, binary operator, read buff from file. Yeah, I think that's mostly it. I wanted to show you this part, and nice to meet you. So next string. Yeah, so it's how it works. There is no information about parameters because usually there is no information in symbol files about parameters. Yeah, so I think that's everything I wanted to show you. Please give me a feedback and reach out anytime. See ya. Take care.